Hello, I'm Deborah Walters, and welcome to Friday's Query. Thanks for checking in. Today I have a really excellent question from Sandy in Beijing. She asked about, I can't focus on work. I'm worried about my future so much, and I'm having a hard time concentrating. What can I do with my spinning thoughts? This is such an excellent question because we've all experienced this, of course. And so, how I might answer that is I would ask you to think about, Sandy, where are you anchoring in first and foremost? Where's your anchor? So when we're spinning about, it's almost like the ship being turned on waves or wind blowing it around. And where you have to anchor. And number two, you have to anchor in the proper place. So what are you anchoring? Not only anchoring, but what are you anchoring into is the real question. So care, love, responsibility. What are your motives, your intentions? This requires a bit of consultation with yourself, with an expert, a coach, whatever. Is that find out what that anchor is so that you can really solidify things for yourself. And in that anchor, you're going to want some concepts with you, which is I'm 100% responsible for my relationships. I'm 100% responsible for my happiness. I'm 100% responsible for my love and 100% trust in the process of life, in myself, and in the divine, if you believe in the divine energy. So you have to anchor into trust, responsibility, and love. Those are really essentials I found in order to combat the spinning about. All right, let's talk about the spinning about. So if you think of a strong ship, you have to be the captain of that ship. Anchor in where it's necessary, and you have to set your course, right? A good captain knows where he or she is headed. And that no matter how hard the winds blow, no matter how hard and violent the waves can get, is that the ship will rock, but it's a strong ship, and I have my course set, and I will continue on that course is the most important thing. And you trust yourself as a captain that you'll either learn the skills you need to guide that ship along the way, or you already know, and you'll get guidance when needed. These are really essential tools. So if we look at the winds, this is oftentimes like our own opinions of what's happening, dissatisfaction, love, hate, friend, enemy kind of interpretation, so to speak, on what's happening. So those winds can, as you know, like you're saying in your question, are blowing very strong. Where am I going? I'm so worried about my future. These are just really strong winds. And that's something you can calm down yourself. You can harness that wind and use it to push yourself ahead. And that's what you would really ideally do with that wind. Now the waves, we could liken that to, the happenings in the world. So you have a boss you don't like, you have a job you don't like, you would like to be here and you're here, you're stuck here in this job. And other people's opinions, the outer world, so to speak, that we view this out there, those could be the waves that really try to steer that ship. You shouldn't do this. Why can't you do this? We have really loving friends that often give us advice that isn't wise because they're not in our shoes. But of course they're well intended, right? But you have to do some anchoring that you know where your chart is coursed. You set that chart yourself. And that you constantly, a good captain will have his or her spirit's voice be louder than the ego's voice, the wind. And that's how it calms it down. So your fear has been the winning voice, and it's time to hear the mighty roar of your spirit. I hope that's helpful. If you have any further questions, please write to me at the email below and just put in the subject line Friday's Query, and I'll be very happy to answer your questions. They're wonderful questions, and thank you for watching.